solar system. The solar system contains all objects that orbit the sun, including planets, comets, and asteroids.
Well, more importantly, we're going to be talking about the 8 planets that orbit the sun in our solar system. The first planet that I'm going to be talking about is Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Because of this, it is not easily seen except during twilight.
Not talking about the movies, are we?
Danny, I am not. 13 times a century, Mercury can be observed from Earth passing across the face of the sun, an event called a transit. So you look forward to May 9th, 2016. A year in Mercury is just 88 days long, but it is also the smallest planet in our solar system, and it is the most cratered planet.
Next up is Venus. It's named after the Roman goddess of love, fittingly because it's the hottest object in our solar system.
Interesting.
Did you know that a year is actually shorter than a day on Venus?
Interesting.
It's the second object from the sun, and it's the brightest object in our night sky, aside from the moon, obviously.
Oh, interesting. Well, our third planet that we're going to be talking about today is Earth. Have you heard of it?
I think I have.
Okay. Well, the name actually comes from the Anglo-Saxon word urda, which means ground or soil. It was once believed to be the center of our universe and has a huge magnetic field. It is the only planet known to support life.
Next up is Mars, named after the Roman goddess of war due to its reddish tint.
Interesting.
You say that Earth is the only planet to support life, but I believe there's little green men on Mars called Martians.
Mm-hmm.
It is slightly smaller than Earth. It is also home to the largest mountain in the solar system, Olympic Mons.
Our fifth planet that we're going to be talking about is Jupiter. It is the largest planet in our solar system. It is named after the king of the Roman gods, and its most recognizable feature is the Great Red Storm, a storm that has been raging for at least 350 years and is large enough for 2 Earths to fit inside. Jupiter also has 2 rings, which I don't know you knew. You can't see them as much as you see other planets.
Like our next planet, Saturn, which its most distinct characteristic is its rings, correct? Did you know that there's a theory that says that Saturn's rings were created when a moon got too close to the planet and it got destroyed due to its gravitational pull? But it's okay, because Saturn has 62 other rings. Also, did you know that if you found a pool big enough, if you were to place Saturn inside of it, it would float? It's
Wow.
so light.
That is a pretty large pool, though.
It is pretty large.
Yes. Well, our next planet is Uranus. It is the first planet to be discovered with the use of a telescope. Its most unique feature is that its axis is sideways in comparison to our other planets. It is named after the Greek god of the sky. The atmosphere of Uranus is composed mostly of hydrogen and helium. And what's interesting about Uranus is it has 2 sets of rings, and it has 9 inner rings and 2 outer rings.
Interesting. Our next planet, and is our last planet, is Neptune. It's named after the Roman goddess of the sea, due to its bluish tint. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I was not, thank you.
It's also the farthest object in our solar system and the coldest planet out of the 8. Its temperature, roughly negative 220 degrees Celsius, which is pretty cold.
Yeah.
However, one of its moons, Triton, is actually colder. It registers at minus 235 degrees Celsius. And also, did you know that Triton was most likely a captured moon? And we know this because it rotates in retrograde compared to the other moons, meaning the other way.
Oh, interesting.
And also, Pluto, up to 1999, was actually inside its orbit, making Neptune the farthest planet until that point, where Pluto eclipsed its orbit. But that's irrelevant at the moment because Pluto is no longer a planet, dwarf planet now.
It is. Well, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you learned all about our solar system today.